Hello everybody, SJM back playing some more Path of Exile 2. I put my monk Invoker on the side for now, just the massive prices increase in everything got me a little wary of grinding the end game. We've got to about tier 10 maps or so. But decided to put him on the back burner and play a little bit of something else. So I started with this Chayula monk that I wanted to try out. Essence Drain Contagion type of build. It was horrible. I don't recommend trying to play that. There's maybe a Blood Mage version that's okay for it, but definitely, yeah, don't play a monk there. So my next crackhead idea was to play a ranger type monk with the lightning arrow and elemental bow type of skills there. So we're up to 47, just finished off Act 3, so we're in Act 1 Cruel now, and I'm actually playing solo self-found, which is adding a nice little challenge on top of it. It is a powerful build, so solo self-found has been going pretty smoothly so far anyway, so not too sad with that. I had a better looking helmet a minute ago, but this one had some better stats, so he's looking a little bit goofy at the moment, but let's just jump on in and have a look. So I was finding some inspiration for what to play when I came across Raxx and Traxx Lightning Arrow, Lightning Rod build, and which he had gotten some inspiration also from Fubgun. So if you want to take a look at the proper builds for those ones using the deadeye, I believe, which is going to be a lot more powerful than the monk version, definitely go see them. Their things, I'll try to remember to put the links for their builds to whatever sites that they're on there. I forget what it is. Hold on. So Raxx's is on Maxroll and Fubgun's is on Mobalytics. And if I remember there, I'll put the links in the things down below. There's the leveling guides, and then there's the end game guide. So you have to, there's going to be technically 4 different links there for you to check out, but obviously things are going to be a little bit different because I'm playing monk version, but at the end of the game the play style is all the same. It's just a passive tree that's going to be looking a little bit different. So as for skills, we are using Lightning Arrow as our main attack, Purus, Martial Tempo, and I'm using Conk Effect here just to pump up the damage there, and we'll be using this, I think, over in Lightning Rod eventually later. But I wanted the Lightning Pen on here for the Lightning Rod for the bosses. This is our big damage skill for the most part, Lightning Rod, and Lightning Arrow is just something to deliver the things, to deliver the charges through it. So Lightning Rod is supported with Scatter Shot so that we get 3 rods per shot there. Primal Armament for more weapon elemental damage, because this is 100% lightning damage. And Lightning Pen, as I mentioned a second ago. Herald of Thunder coming in clutch again in another build. 25% more damage, and because everything's converted to lightning anyways, that's no problem with the less gold and light fire. The Enervate, of course, we'll get little procs on this every so often. Doesn't happen a lot just yet because we don't have the shock spread, shock proliferation, which I'm going to be putting in lightning arrow at some point over conk effect. I think this is good for bossing, but I'll probably take this out for leveling and put in coursing current in this spot here. And then electrocute over there. We can't shock anyways, so we can electrocute with Herald of Thunder. I think that isn't in any of the other guides. It was just a harebrained thing I came up with. And then Orbistorms is the other thing that really is good for your single target, because this will proc the shocks or the bolts of damage from the lightning rod again and again and again. Especially if you're inside the circle of the Orbistorms, then you also get a little bit of damage from it, but this is going to be as low a level as you can keep it, just so you don't have to invest too much intelligence to be able to use the higher level Orbistorms there. We have it supported with chains, so it chains an additional time to all of your lightning rods. Overabundance, so that we can have 2 of them down at the same time, so that you get even more chains. And Unleash, so that we get it spitting out 2 every time we cast it. And for our buffs, Wind Dancer is rounding everything out with Blind there, so if anything does hit us, get close enough to hit us, then they get knocked back and blinded with the Wind Dancer. Quick look at our measly stats there. Of course, solo self-bound, not really focusing on any of the resistances there, but evasion I've got up to a pretty decent number for where we're at this point in the game. Again, mostly focusing on dex, but I do have a little bit of intelligence in there, because sometimes there was a hybrid piece or an energy shield piece that I wanted to use, so I do have a little bit of intelligence in the build for that. Gear-wise, I have been actually really, really lucky with my weapons, and especially on the quiver. So this quiver I picked up really early in Act 1, and I have not been able to find something better than it. The only thing on there that was kind of suboptimal was the increased critical hit chance. But now that I'm transitioning towards crit, it's starting to pull a little bit of weight in itself. The accuracy rating is really whatever with all of this dex that we have anyways, but at the end of the day, had extra fire damage, extra lightning damage, extra damage with bow skills, +1 to all our projectile skills, and 5% attack speed. And every time I've tried to take this out for another piece that's got some better numbers, just the DPS goes down, so I've just kept this on for the whole time. The big thing that I've been focusing on in this build is increased rarity of items, so that we have the better chance to come up with not only the currencies and the better currencies, but just getting more rares and more magic items here and there, so that we can, keep our gold at a decent enough level, so that when we need to, we can buy things or respec if we decide to. Having the extra rares so that we can get regal shards, so that we can build up on our regal orbs, so that we can get we can upgrade to a rare weapon when we need to upgrade those ones. But other than that, I haven't used regals on anything else other than my weapons. And these are all just basically picked up off of the floor if they're rare, or in the case of some of these, they've been just bought from the vendor. So rarity of items here. I thought I had rarity on my gloves, but I guess I've swapped them out. Oh, because that had the fire res on it. I think I wanted to go with these gloves just to get that extra 17%. I think I will now. It's going to hurt our stats quite a bit, but I'd rather have the rarity. And I'm using 15% movement speed with 12% rarity instead of 20% movement speed and 6% rarity. Guess that is what it is. And this was the other helmet that I was talking about that looked a little bit better. Had 10% rarity on it, but and a whole bunch of evasion rating and chaos res. But this one had, you know, more the critical hit chance on it, which I'm starting to focus on now. The best find that I've had got this out of the Trial of Corruption when I was finishing my second Ascendancy. 88 life, lightning resistance, 15 chaos, 326 base evasion, along with the node on the tree that doubles the evasion rating. Not bad, not bad. This one, belt, got pretty lucky, fire and cold with double digits and 78 life. Not much more we could ask for there. Rings, just damage to attacks and resistances is what we're focusing on there. And then got a nice roll on the 18% rarity for our amulet with cold resistance. So all in all, not too bad. So let's look at the mess of the passive tree. This is complete and utter garbage, and I just realized now, when I was about to record, I haven't even spent my 2 Ascendancy points since I did the Trial of Corruption before I fought Doriani, so I've got those to spend, and I'm probably coming down this way. But our crit chance right now isn't that great, to be honest. I think we're at 11% or something like that. 10.92. So we've got a long way to go for it to be relevant, but that'll be our way to go. I think I might just take probably this, just extra cold damage. Not too worried about the chilled ground thing, but just a little bit extra damage can't hurt. Maybe we'll freeze things periodically. I think I've got cold on my bow. No, that's one of my old bows. But this bow, yeah. You know, tier 2 on the fizz damage. Tier 3 on the flat fizz, projectile skills, and attack speed. I was super lucky, and this one's going to last me probably till halfway, at least halfway through Cruel. Hoping, fingers crossed, to get a nice advanced dual string bow for moving forward there. Anyways, onto this mess of a tree. So, came up this way, figured it was split the difference. It was either skill speed or extra lightning damage, so I decided to take the lightning damage there, along with the better shock chance for, you know, extra damage. I came up here, grabbed attack speed there, and then I decided to go this node instead of this node to get back over here. It was this node, it's one node one way or the other. At least here I get some dexterity, whereas this would do absolutely nothing because I have no allies. Grab these projectile nodes here, pop down, grabbed this GE node here, grabbed these in here for the shock magnitude. Shock duration really doesn't matter that much, a little bit, but not much. And then down here, over to here, and then all of these ones over here, and then the big one getting 50% increased damage with the Herald of Thunder. And then after that one, we decided we're going to do the crit thing, so we grabbed the crit nodes here. And next, I guess we go back up towards these ones, or probably should head down here for a lot better general projectile style nodes. Like, things like increased bonuses from our quiver would be nice. This one here. And thought there was one that gave us projectile speed adds to damage. That might actually be a deadeye ascendancy. Ah, this is the one here. Increases in reductions to projectile speed apply to damage. So maybe we'll pop down here and grab this bow stuff. Extra piercing. And extra critical hit chances they travel farther. Actually, instead of going up there, we'll come down here and then work our way over here for some more bow stuff. I think that's the plan moving forward. But yeah, that's the mess that I've been playing. As I said, been really lucky with my weapons so far. This is my first weapon. Second weapon. Third weapon. And this weapon, I didn't even want to regal it and exalt it, but I did anyways because I was having a lot of trouble with the Count and Countess in the graveyard originally, and I was getting so frustrated I was almost about to give up, and this was actually before I knew about the proper way to use Orb of Storms with your lightning rod. Which ones are, what are they called? I forget their names. Oh, it's up in the cemetery here. Wherever they are in the cemetery. But yeah, we may as well get into a little demonstration on how the build works. Actually, let's go just take a couple of points there to have them in something. Then as I build up the crit, we are going to be going down and picking up the elemental expression and scatter the sunder my enemies and scatter them to the winds. Oh, this is a melee critical. Now that kind of ruins the whole build, I guess. We could definitely take this one. And then maybe, I guess, we're going Unbound Avatar and Lead Me Through Grace. Don't think we really need Protect Me from Harm with a bow build, but time will tell. As you can see, we do a fair amount of damage with just the shot, but if we do our rods first, we're not one-shotting everything, but two-shotting for sure. And you can play a little bit tactically too and line things up with your pierce. Where is she? I can hear the Packmaster, which is what I wanted to go do for a boss fight. Looking at the map too much. Here we are. Oh, no, that's the grellwood. Oh, this is it. Yes. Of course, the checkpoint's up here. Almost ate it with her shotgun there, but that's the idea. Drop a couple of rods, then we'll do our Orb of Storms. Drop rods, and then hit her with a couple of shots at the end as well, because the shots will do a little bit more damage than just dropping the rods. So if you need a little bit extra burst, you can do that. Yeah. That is the demonstration and the build. Kind of ruined it for myself and on camera there because I thought this would work. And I thought it would be really cool to have the electric bolts because we're so focused on the dexterity anyways, right? So we'd get the bolts, we'd get chaining 7 times for this little bit of lightning damage. And then nice critical hit chance, so that would crit a bunch of times. And have a cast on crit setup for ball lightning or something like that. Ah well. Maybe this build is scuffed already. But we'll have this and we'll be ignoring all resistances. So then once we have that, we can take out all of the points here. Well, I guess I could keep this, and this. And then maybe take out all of this stuff and come straight down into here this way. We'll see when we get there, but that will be for the next update. I hope you all enjoyed this. I appreciate you for checking it out with me, and we will see you in the next one.